can be an indicator of lots of things that might not be going well. I mean, talk of just you not being kempt, you not taking care of your body, you not washing yourself and grooming yourself in itself could be an indicator of what is not going right in your life. And it will help if that root of what is making you not observe good hygiene can be looked into and an action taken. Hello everybody, and welcome to Naomi's All-Inclusive World, where today I'll be looking at poor hygiene and just how costly it can be to just more than yourself. Now, poor hygiene in the simplest of language is just having bad or non-existent self-care that can lead to a messy appearance and health concerns. You know, we have cases where someone just doesn't want to give themselves a bath. Someone doesn't want to maintain their hair. Someone doesn't want to, go for a good nail cut and a nail do, and so on. And when you ask them, it's like they just don't feel like going. Usually that's an indicator that something is not right. Now, poor hygiene can cause a lot of health problems, among them things like actually liver failure, apparently, birth defects, where, for example, you just had proper proportional hands, but because you're not taking good hygiene, taking good care of yourself, and therefore not observing good hygiene, your nails start looking funny, your nails start getting deformed, because the cuticles are growing and so on and so it can be very costly. And apparently, it can also actually cause things like, you having a stomach upset because if you're not cleaning yourself, cleaning your nails very well, cleaning your hands very well, that means the very hands you're using to actually eat will also have you eat dirt from your nails, from your hands, and that's how you end up having a stomach upset. So proper hygiene is really important, and lack of it can be very disabling. Now, some of the hygiene-related diseases that we need to be aware of include things like the athlete's foot, body lice, We actually have people who walk around and you just see things creeping on them, and those are lice, what are lice called in Swahili? Body lice, clearly chronic, diarrhea, because you're always eating dirt into your system from your hands. You scratch your dirty body and then you're using the hands to eat. So you realize you just have chronic diarrhea. You're always having diarrhea, and so on. Dental decay, because the very, very dirty hands, dirty nails are the ones you're using to eat and putting dirt in your mouth, and therefore it also messes your teeth and your mouth formula and so on. And things like also just pinworms, mignon and so on. So health-related diseases are so many that could be avoided only if we can actually observe a proper hygiene. Now, you realize also, besides even these health-related diseases, poor hygiene will actually alienate you from people, from family members, from friends. Because when you don't observe good hygiene or proper hygiene, you don't smell right, you don't look right. So it's like family members will be hesitant to actually invite you into family gatherings because you bring with you odor, you bring with you bad smell, you bring with you, dirty clothes and so on. And when it's like a family wedding, when it's a family graduation, when it's a family gathering and so on, it's like you might actually realize that you are not being invited in such things just because of poor hygiene that you practice. Another thing also, you realize that poor hygiene, when you're not very careful, might actually temper with your self-esteem. You realize just the other day, Naomi was just this very outgoing girl. She was glad to participate in some things. Right now, how come she doesn't even want to be seen with people and so on? Poor hygiene might have actually stood in my ways, might have actually compromised my self-esteem, so that now I'm better off sitting in the background. I'm better off, avoiding company. I'm better off avoiding social gatherings because I don't feel good about myself. And again, low self-esteem will also make me go like, what will other people say? So for me to avoid being hurt by comments from other people, I'd rather avoid attending such a graduation. I'd rather avoid attending that wedding, that anniversary and so on. So yes, Poor hygiene will also mess with your self-esteem, will make people want to avoid you and just alienate you from some of the gatherings, some of which might be very important to you. And poor hygiene can be very disabling. If you're not very, very careful, poor hygiene might end up actually costing you your ability. Might end up costing your teeth because you're not actually observing dental hygiene. So you might end up actually having to lose some teeth when you visit the dentist. You know, they might actually, poor hygiene might end up costing you things like, you know, your beautiful and your good looking nails, because now they're messed up, and by the time maybe you're seeking help, your nails are messed up, they're deformed and so on. So you realize actually it's like it can be very disabling when we don't observe good hygiene. And can you just imagine the embarrassment of you having to, you know, always scratch yourself because of the lice, because of, you know, the dirt and so on. You're scratching yourself and so on because of the worms. So it's like it just makes you very uncomfortable even when you're in the presence of people. So yes, guys, poor hygiene can be very, very costly, and that's why I would rather we observe proper hygiene. And start from the simplest of ways. Do your teeth. Brush your teeth. Make sure every time, actually, like at the end of the day, at least once in a day, have a proper bath. And a proper bath here is, again, like I've said in the earlier episode, is not going to stand under a shower and you're out in 2 minutes. Have a good bath scrub from the head to the ears, to the neck, to everywhere, and wash yourself properly and oil yourself properly and so on. And just, it also will make you feel good about yourself and also feel good about being near people. So yes, proper hygiene is very, very good, and it will be advantageous to just more than you. I thought I needed to mention that. So I hope this is helpful to that young man, young lady, to that parent, to that, you know, person there who thinks they're doing someone else a favor by actually observing proper hygiene. No, you're doing yourself a favor first before anyone else. And also just observing proper hygiene will make sure you avoid some of the things that might render you disabled, like losing some of your nails, like I said, like losing your teeth and so on. So, yeah. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in my next episode. And in the meantime, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're a first timer. And for my returning subscribers, Asante Sana. Remember to comment, like, and share. And let's keep spreading this information, because good hygiene is good for everybody. Asante.